the way this is usually summed up is kol kavua kemechza mechza dami kol the porish meruba porish. Yes, anything which is in its place, in the original place where it was, is considered half-half. Yeah, you can't tell which. And when you have a half-half situation, you go l'chumrah. But called the porish, if it left its original venue, then you go by the majority. You use the rule of you use the probability theory. Plain old. Why? What difference does it make? Kavua, porish. You found the meat in the street. You found it. So as I said, this occurs approximately. I don't remember exactly how many. I didn't count it recently, but it's on the order of magnitude of 26 places in the Bavli, in the Shas. This occurs in all kinds of different contexts. Yes. Okay. Now, what I'm going to suggest is an explanation based on one of the fundamental principles of modern economic theory, and that is the principle of moral hazard. What is moral hazard? Moral hazard is the principle that underlies insurance. Okay? Let's say you want to insure your house against fire. So you go to the company and they say, how much is your house worth? Let's say it's worth $500,000. So they insure it for $500,000, maybe a little less. Okay? Say for $450,000, and they'll pay you $450,000 if your house burns down. You pay them some premium for this. Okay? They have to make a living too, so there is a possibility that it will actually burn down, so they need money for this, and they also need money to be paid for their trouble. Now you go to them and you say, gentlemen, I have a proposition for you. I want to buy 2 policies on my house. Okay, not one. I want to insure, I'll pay you twice the premium. And if it burns down, you give me not $450,000, but $900,000. So they'll say no. So they'll say, why? Yes, what do you care? You guys are in the business of selling insurance, right? So here's more business for you. I'm giving you twice the business. Why don't you want to take twice the business? If I go to a suit store and I want to buy a suit, and they fit the suit on me, and then I'll say I'll take 2. They'll say, with pleasure, pay for 2 suits, you'll get 2 suits. Yeah, why not pay for 2 insurances and you get 2 insurances? Why not? What's out there? Well, the answer is, I think, pretty clear. Yes, it's called Bora More or Eish. Yeah, it's you get an incentive. Right? Incentives are coming back into the picture. You have 2 insurance policies. You have a positive incentive to burn down your house. Right? Okay, it's worth $500,000. It's insured for $900,000. Who can withstand such a temptation? Okay, and even if you're an El Chayid, really an El Chayid, and you wouldn't dream of doing such a terrible thing, even then you'll be a little less careful, or maybe a lot less careful. You won't worry if you left the gas on when you go away for a vacation. It's not going to give you so much of a headache as before. And your actions are influenced. Your actions influence the probability that this is going to happen. What is the premium based on? The size of the premium is based on the probability that the house will burn down. But now the insured, he influences in a very clear way the probability that this is going to happen. He changes the probability. His actions change the probability. Okay? So the insurance company says, no, thank you very much. We like to have business, but not in that way. Okay. That's moral hazard. Moral hazard, again, is when the actions of the person who is involved in this probability calculation, when he has the incentives of this person, change the probabilities that underlie the problem. Okay? That's exactly what's happening over here. It's precisely what's happening over here. What's happening is that this person, he forgot. He forgot which store he bought the meat from. But he bought the meat, okay? And who knows what motivated him to buy the meat here or there. Maybe the meat with a little more blood looks a little better, or maybe altogether this kind of meat looks nicer. He made the choice by himself. When he made the choice, then you right away have a matter of moral hazard. Moral hazard determines this. When does moral hazard have nothing to do? When he found it. When he found it, he didn't determine from which store it came. Consciously, subconsciously, unconsciously. He had nothing to do with what store it came from. He could not influence the probability. If he could not influence the probability, then that is the probability which determines the halacha. Okay? But when the person himself made the choice, then there's no probability. The laws of probability don't apply to your choice when you are motivated to go one way or another. So I went through all 26 sugyas, each one of them in the Bavli. And 25 of them fit perfectly. And one, you have to push a little bit, but then it also fits. Okay. So I think that this is the underlying principle, and this is this idea of moral hazard, which is a principle of modern economics, the principle underlying the insurance industry, is what determined this matter also. Okay, let's go on to the next item. The evaluation of risky assets. This is a Mishnah in Makot, a Mishnah and a Gemara, a Sugya in Makot, Taf Gimel Amud Aleph, it's page 3a in Makot, and I just have a few minutes left for my 45 minutes. So this is a rather, it's not a complicated sugya, but it's a dreh mit dem groben finger. It's a little involved. It's not complicated, but it's logically involved. So I don't want to go into the details of it. Fortunately, this is a sugya which is written up. You can find it on my homepage, which is written there on the bottom, http://www.ma.huji. MA stands for math, HUJI stands for Hebrew University Jerusalem Israel, .ac, which stands for academic, .il, which stands for Israel, / wave, I don't know what the wave is for, and then Roman, R is Robert, and then my last name, Aumann, /